Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Jake Jaboreli of Jaboreli.com. Just a bunch of referral links. And I'm back here again with more investing stuff. Again on SoFi, I've got a couple of places I invest. SoFi, Robinhood, hopefully soon Webull, and Ally, which is really kind of weird and old school. Never mind that. I'm looking at SoFi right now. I hope you guys can see my mouse here. Today I'm looking at my investment. I got a little bit of cash and I put it on and put it into some more stocks. And what I really want to talk about is dividends, per the title of this video. In particular, just dividends that I personally invested in. I'm not giving advice. You do what you want. This is what I did. That's all I'm saying. So, what I really want to talk about though is like, what are dividend stocks? Like, why should you even care? I mean, people invest in stocks like Tesla. Tesla's at like $400 right now. It's going super high. But why? Why would you care? Well, I like to analogize stock dividends like a loan. Let's say I give $100 to my friend, and I say it's 6% interest over however long, let's say a year, and he pays me back in increments plus that interest. That 6% interest, and I make, $6 on that $100 over whatever time period I decide. Well, with this, you get the interest percentage every year as long as you keep investing. So if you put $100 into a stock at 6%, you get 6%. You get $6 every year forever as long as the stock stayed at $100, or however much you put in. Let's say you put, $1,000 in, you get $60. But that the key here is that it's not just until the loan runs out, it's literally forever. So why these stocks? I think I showed you guys last time when I did this video before that I had some stocks on here. Well, I picked British Petroleum, Iron Mountain, Kraft, IBM, General Motors, and then I picked these four recently. The reason is that each one of them has a certain stock amount, a certain interest amount that they pay every year. And I picked some lower, which are more stable, like these five. GM's been around for 100 years. IBM's been around for like 150 years. These companies have been around forever. They pay a lot. Now, I'll get into the percentages here in a second, but so they don't pay a whole lot, make somewhere between 5 and 7% annually. But I also invested in some stocks that are a little bit more high, like ORC, Main, SBR, and AG&C. These guys pay a lot more, like anywhere from, let's say 16, or let's say 7% all the way up to 16%. And I had one for a while that was like 22%, but it was so volatile. I was like, I don't want to keep this. If I had more money to play with, or if I didn't care as much, I would probably do it. But ORC, which is another capital company. So ORC stands for Orchid Island Capital. Main stands for Main Street Capital. Sabine or SBR is Sabine Royalty Trust, and then AG&C is another investment company, kind of like the other three. So in these cases, I have, instead of, I should probably explain this part now. These ones I didn't have as much money, I didn't have as much to invest at the time, so I put in partial amounts. These are called fractional, or what SoFi calls bit stocks. So a percentage of a stock, you can buy a flat amount. So like in the case of BP, I bought $25 worth. Well, their stock is 37, so I didn't have that enough to do that at the time, and I still wanted some BP stock. Well, you can do the same thing with Amazon. Amazon's like $1,800. I don't have $1,800 to put in one single stock, so I would buy a fraction of it, which is nice because it means you can buy big stocks that might be doing well, like Tesla. And then you can actually own some Tesla. And if Tesla goes up to like 1,000 from 400 where it is, you'd go with that wave. So anyways, I bought these fractional stocks and these whole stocks down here. Like I said, I'm not telling you guys, I'm not telling any of my subscribers or anybody who watches this video what to buy. I'm just telling you what I bought. I'm not an advisor. I am literally I guess you say an amateur at this, and I'm just doing it because I like it. I think it's kind of cool, and I like the idea of getting a return on my money that I invest. Now, I don't have a lot of money to invest. I'm not some super rich person like a lot of the YouTubers you might see out there. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to put into anything. I mean, I'm in debt. I'm only investing because it's fun. Technically, I should be taking this and putting it on my debt. But I kind of want to keep a backup. So anyways, I guess what I'm trying to get at with this is that this is something I enjoy doing. But I wanted to make one more point about this. These stocks down here, which I've bought, whole stocks, and they're much, much, much higher dividend percentages. So like ORC pays 16%. That's really high compared to 6% as a comparison. Like $100 at 16% would be $16 a year. So if you're getting that quarterly, you'd be getting $4 every quarter. That wouldn't be half bad instead of what, $1.50 for the same $100. So if I put 1,000, I'd be getting $160. That's a lot more money. But there's volatility in there. The volatility means risk. So the higher the percentage, the higher the risk, the more likely it's not going to stay at that dollar amount. There are some other ones that are much more stable. I would say Maine and Sabine, they're a little bit more stable. They don't pay quite as much. Same thing goes for AG&C. It pays like 10%, which is still pretty high compared to these really old school people like, or groups like IBM and GM and General Motors. So anyways, the higher the percentage, dividend, the higher the risk. So, invest at your own risk. I just like to say that I'm using multiple companies. I think they're really cool. I really like SoFi because they were one of the first ones, besides I think M1 Finance, to do fractional stocks. So you could buy, like I said, a chunk of Tesla or a chunk of, Amazon or Alphabet, which is Google, without having to have the total amount to invest in that. The same thing goes for, I was trying to get Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's company, but Berkshire Hathaway stock is like $335,000 per stock. It's ridiculously high. So, but nobody will let me to buy a partial stock of that. But I think I can understand why, because it's so ridiculously expensive. Anyways, I just wanted to say that this is my thing. This is what I've been doing lately. I've moved away. I'm still doing the phone stuff, but I've gotten into investing. This is another way to make money online. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, please leave them down below. And I'm learning more about this YouTube thing. Before I wasn't asking people to, if you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, the rule. I just appreciate your watching my videos. So I'll catch you on the flip side.